Like the attention to detail of this was so good. Yes, the sauce in the hips, he's got it. Right, okay. Okay, Max Brennan. Hi, I'm Clara Amfo. Welcome to my flat. I am here to review some of my most favourite moments ever from Strictly with Cosmo UK. Don't forget to subscribe to Cosmo UK so that you can see more. Okay, so this is my first selection from my favourite Strictly dances, and I'm gonna shout out my boy Dev, my fellow Radio 1 broadcaster, Dev Griffin. So Dev did it last year, and look, he was amazing. He really threw himself into it. This was movie week, and him and his partner did a dance to "You Never Had a Friend Like Me" from Aladdin, and he dressed up as Genie, and in doing so had to cover himself in blue body paint. So let's check out Dev. The thing about Dev though is that even dressed up in a completely blue ensemble, he still looks really cool. I like his little steps. And I love that his partner dressed up as Babu, I think that's it. I love the idea of like fully surrendering yourself to the Strictly experience in that way, just by becoming someone else. So look, if I'm lucky enough to last up until that point, I've got a couple of ideas about what I'd like to do. So fingers crossed I'll make it. He really smashed it though, Dev, and I'm gutted that he left the competition as soon as he did. Oh, here's a big trick. Whoa. See, I think that's a solid, at the very, very least, 8, 9s and 10s across the board. I actually went to watch a show last year because I did the T's and C's, but I think that, yeah, the week that I went, Dev was out of the competition at that point, so I was gutted. But yeah, you know, getting to watch it, it was a magical experience. I actually went with Nchusi Gatwa, my good friend. He plays Eric on Sex Education, and he was getting his absolute life because he's obsessed with the show and he's obsessed with Oti. And when he met her, and he's a very chatty guy, and he couldn't speak. He was just like. So no, it was a really special experience. All right, so we're gonna get into Jay McGuiness and Aliona, and this was their dance to Miss Salou. So this song was another one from Movie Week, and it was made famous in Pulp Fiction. So this is that iconic scene when John Travolta and Uma Thurman's characters are in that sort of 50s sort of dive bar, and they just start like jiving and like just vibing with each other. And I thought this performance was wicked. So let's have a look at Jay and Aliona. I love the hairpiece that they put on Jay. Very slick. Like Jay was, and I mean obviously still is, like an incredible dancer, and I don't think I had an idea that he sort of had that in him, because obviously, you know, we all got to know him through being part of The Wanted, and even though their sort of time as a band was short-lived, you know, you have the certain people that like stick out in the group, and like he had his place, but obviously him being on Strictly like allowed him to sort of really come into his own. Well, he won it. And for good reason. Like this dance was just wicked. I mean, look, you can see like naturally that is just a dance that Jay just took to immediately. And I think with me, when it comes to jive, I am a little bit nervous because it's high energy, which I like. But there's such precision in like how you sort of like lean back, and how you've really got, with all the dances, you've really got to trust your partner. I think for me, actually, the dancing that I am fearing the most, it's all the slower stuff, like, you know, whether it's like an American smooth or like a waltz. I think that is where I'm gonna really start to brick it. All right, we're gonna check out a samba now from one of my favorite professional dancers, Oti Mabuse. I love Oti. She's just so like frisky, and I just love the way she moves, and I love like the sort of journey that she went on with Danny. And I think again, they are such a great example of just two partners that just instantly vibe with each other, and I just love watching these two do this dance. So we're going to check out Oti and Danny's Samba to Magdalena by Sergio Mendes. Dramatic green lighting. Oh, I love all that hand stuff. I just love like the drama between them in this. Just the way they travel around the dance floor is so effortless, And again, the set design is so sick. Like, I love how they've just made it look like the Brazilian like rainforest. It's amazing. These two are so in sync with each other, and you could just tell they just had such a great friendship. And it's just a cheeky little dance. But this is the thing, it's such a frantic and sort of quick dance, but like it's still very sensual and very sort of like intimate. But it's also a dance that I'm scared to learn because it's just, yeah, the quickness. I love their serious end of dance pose. I love that. We're done. Yeah, I'm very much here for it. All right, so we're gonna check out Louise Redknapp in action. I think Louise is fab. I really enjoyed her during her season. So this is an Argentine tango. So this is a very sort of slow and like considered version of the dance. And it's just very, well, yeah, it's just sexy. Look, the whole show's sexy. I think we know that now. Because it's a different type of concentration with this dance, really, because it's, you know, from what I've seen, it's about, you know, sort of controlling the upper body, but it's just the legs and just making sure like they flail at the right moment and then like extending it all and all of that. But I love all the sort of fast and like slow bits of it. I just think it's so cool. Any of the serious dances, I'm worried that I'm just gonna like erupt into sort of nervous laughter. My face always does the opposite, like of what I need it to do, like when I'm trying to concentrate on something. So I think for any of the dances where it's supposed to be like lively and having fun, I'm gonna be so concentrated on trying to get it right that my face might be like, and then on all the serious ones, I'm probably gonna be like, all right, so we're going to get into Neil and Alex, and this was them from Musicals Week, and this performance has got a very special place in my heart because anybody that knows me knows that I am obsessed with Sister Act 2. It's one of my most favourite films ever, and I absolutely love what they did with this performance. I thought it was sick. Like, the attention to detail of this was so good. And I love that they kept in some of the original choreography as well, like from Sister Act 2. It's so good. Alex just looks so happy as well. And also, to do a samba to this it's not the dance that you would expect to be done like to this tune, but it still worked. It's not what you'd expect to Strictly Come Dancing, but then that's a great thing that anything can happen on this show. And I think these two showcase that beautifully. Everything from like the costume design to the choreography, I think they just smashed it, and it was, I mean, look, they dance to Joyful, and it legit was a joy to watch. And I always love that move. Yes to a dramatic lift. That's another thing that I'm not gonna lie, I'm fearing. I know they're not gonna drop me, like I know this, but I still fear it. Standing ovation from the audience. 6 from Craig though, very rude. 7 from Motsi, 7 from Shirley, 7 from Bruno. That should have been, at the very least, 8s across the board, in my personal opinion. So we're going to check out Alesha Dixon from 2007, where she won the show. And that was such a deserved win in my personal opinion. Well, look, in everyone's, because the public voted for her. Like, she fully deserved it. Alesha is somebody that I've got infinite time for. She is a lovely, lovely woman. And I love that this show just gave her this new level of confidence. And yeah, she was like, she's magic. So let's check out Alesha. So she's dancing to I Need a Hero with her partner, Matthew. She was just such a natural and lovely, graceful dancer, because, you know, at that point we'd only sort of seen her do, like, you know, the routines that she'd do, like when she was in her girl band, Mystique. And obviously stylistically it's very different to ballroom. Although actually you probably could do some kind of like tangos, like Scandalous, could you imagine? So scandalous. Okay, so we're going to check out Jake Wood now, who I think was the dark horse of Strictly 2014. I remember me and my friend Zainab like text each other just like, right, okay, Max Brennan. Like, he was a fantastic dancer, but somebody that you would just never expect that he had it in him. So this is him and Jeanette Minara, and they are doing a samba to the Macarena, and honestly, Jay can really do it. So yeah, let's check it out. But his sense of rhythm and like passion was like, honestly, even now I still watch it, I'm just like, right, is that really you, Jake? Okay, all right, hun. But I think that's the great thing about this show. I think it just brings out sides of people that you would just never expect. And if you were to tell me that Jake Wood, you know, Max Brennan off of EastEnders can move like that, I would never believe you. And look at him. Yes. The sauce in the hips, he's got it. All right, so we're going to check out Karen Hauer and Charles Venn now, and I absolutely loved this routine. So this is them doing a street commercial routine to Get Up Off That Fang by James Brown. Little hat toss. And I love how they play with the chairs as well. I think, you know, the use of props in this show isn't to be underestimated, right? Like, because I think it's one thing to learn choreography, but then to add all these other elements in, it's difficult. And even if that bit there with them just sort of like swapping each other's like handkerchiefs, like shining their shoes, like it's so well done. Thank you for watching my Strictly selections. I just can't help but do that with my shoulders. I think that's just going to be me for however long I'm in the show. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you want to let me know your thoughts and your favourite Strictly dances, leave your thoughts in the comments below.